What's up, ninjas, and welcome to Yoga with Dojo Cat, and welcome to my Patreon channel. First of all, I'm sorry I didn't put out a video last month. I was sick most of last month, coughed myself a six-pack. My plan was to give you 2 videos this month, but I am so busy right now and will be very busy for the next year. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that happen. It's already the 20th today. So apologies for that. But so most of my energy is hopefully going to be directed, if I'm filming, it'll be for the Patreon channel, and the YouTube channel is just going to be short videos just because that's what I have to do right now. And I appreciate your patience. It's for the greater good. And I'm excited for what the future holds. So today's yoga flow, we're gonna do a bit of strengthening, a bit of stretching, and props. If you want to, you can use some blocks. I think I'll be using blocks today. And make sure you have a water bottle nearby if you need it. And just remembering that this is your practice. I'm not your boss. You don't have to do anything that I tell you to do. If you need to, you can go into a rest pose like child's pose at any point during this flow. So let's just get into it, shall we? And of course, Bunny here, she's like, oh, the camera's on? It's time for all the attention. So we'll begin with our meditation. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, you're welcome to. If not, you can just keep your gaze soft, maybe on the tip of your nose. Take a deep breath in, long breath out. And just bringing the attention to the body, noting where you're feeling the tension. Noting any sensations, any tightness. And bringing the attention to your breath, not changing anything, just noticing. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Noticing the temperature of the air on the inhale and the change on the exhale. Bringing your attention to the places where you're supported by the earth, the sit bones, the feet. Noticing the pressure, feeling the strength of the earth supporting you. And beginning to deepen your inhales, really lifting the chest, expanding the belly, and starting to exhale out through the mouth, nice and slow. Maybe trying to extend your exhales. Maybe trying to extend your exhales longer than your inhales. And then taking a deep breath in, pausing, and then taking another sip of air at the top and exhaling slowly out through the mouth. Again, inhale, hold, and another sip of air. Exhale. Keep going with that. One more time. Let your breath return to normal. Notice how you feel. Notice your slowing heart rate. pausing here to set an intention for your practice or to carry with you for the rest of your day. For me, the theme is dealing with imposter syndrome. Remembering that everybody feels like that sometimes. Remembering that you're capable of whatever life throws at you. You're strong, you're smart. And then sealing the intention with a deep breath, extending the arms to the sky. Inhale, palms together, exhale. Beautiful. Blink the eyes open, and we'll begin with today's practice. So we're actually going to begin on the wall. If you don't have a wall nearby you, you can use a couch or something, but the point of this is to get the legs in the air to reduce inflammation in the legs. So I'm just going to turn towards the wall here. Bring your bum nice and close to the wall, extending the legs above. Take a second here to adjust. If you just have a couch and your knees are just bent, or maybe you want to put a couple pillows under your heel, just as long as your feet are higher than your heart. Pausing here. Again, you're welcome to close your eyes. Maybe bringing the hand to the belly to notice the breath. And if you feel your mind wandering at any point in today's practice, just the easiest thing to do is bring your mind back to your breath. Just noticing the air flow in and out. Good. So we're going to add some nerve flossing in here. We're just going to bend the right leg and then switch. Just one leg at a time. As you extend the straight leg, point the toes, and as you bend the leg, flex that foot. It's kind of gonna mess with your brain a little bit, doing two things at once. Bring both heels back up. Bring the heels together and then pull the heels towards your growing, allowing the knees to fall open. And if you like here, you can use your hands to pull your heels a little closer. Just be aware of crossing your boundary, making sure there's no real pain, it's just uncomfortable. Option to use your hands to press into the knees. I'm really hoping my head is in the frame right now. If not, well, it's fine. And bringing the knees together, allowing them to fall over to one side. I'm just going to help guide myself over a little bit. Extend the arms out to a T or to cactus if you want to open the shoulders a little deeper. And then take your gaze to the opposite shoulder of your knees. Taking note of any tension in your body at the start of your practice today. Maybe your shoulders are feeling tight. Maybe your hips are feeling a lot of tension. Just noting how you feel throughout your practice. And bring the knees back to center, all the way through to the other side, taking your gaze to the other shoulder. One more nice deep breath here. And as you exhale, bring the knees back to center. Bring the heels about midway up the wall, palms down, face down beside the hips. And we're just going to lift the hips to press onto the shoulders. If you're on the couch, just come into a bridge pose. And release. Bring the hips down nice and slow. And then we'll just shift over onto one side and press up nice and slow. Don't want to move too fast because all the blood is in your legs right now. Coming back to a comfortable seat here, cross-legged position or on your knees, and we'll tuck the chin to the chest. Lift your face to the sky, keeping the jaw closed for more sensation on the front of the throat. Releasing back to center, tipping the head over to the left, right fingertips to the mat, or arm parallel to the mat, palm flexed for more sensation. Beautiful. Switching sides, head to the right, left fingertips to the mat, or arm extended, palm flexed. Release, coming back to center, and we'll dip the chin to the chest again and draw some nice big circles, going nice and slow, working out all the clicks and ticks, going in one direction and the other. Beautiful. Coming back to center, we'll interlock the fingers and just really small movement, rolling the wrists out. And then making our movements a little bit bigger, getting the forearms more involved. And then bigger, bringing the shoulders into it. Beautiful, and switch directions. Shoulders are rolling backwards now. Beautiful, and release. Take a pause here, nice deep breath in. Long breath out. All right, we're gonna bring the legs nice and wide, enough so that you're feeling a bit of tension in the inner thighs there. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, folding forward till you feel a nice stretch on the inside of the thighs, maybe a little bit down just above the knees. Option to take your blocks if you have them, or some books or a pillow, and placing the elbows on them if you don't have that much flexibility. Just keep that spine nice and long. And release. We'll turn the chest over to the left leg. Deep breath in, and exhale, folding over that leg. If you need to have a little bend in the leg, maybe you want to put a pillow underneath the knee, or you can just hold on to the shin if you can't quite reach the toes. And release. turning the chest towards the right leg. Deep breath in. Exhale, folding over the right leg. Maybe noticing that you have more or less flexibility on one side than the other. One more breath. And exhaling, releasing, coming back up. We're going to add a side bend in here. So starting off really simple, we're going to take our right hand behind the head and rest the left forearm on that left thigh. And then deep breath in. As you exhale, gently bending over towards the left. And if you need more sensation, just drag the left knuckles along the inside of that leg. And then maybe you can turn the hand to hold on to the heel. And if you need even more sensation, just fully extend that right arm, really reaching over to the left. You're going to feel a nice big stretch on that right side, really opening up the rib cage, stretching all the muscles there. And release, coming back to center. Left hand behind the head, right fingertips resting on the thigh, gentle bend towards that right side, and then option to drag the knuckles down the leg, maybe holding onto the foot, maybe extending that left arm. And release, coming back to center. Very nice work, you guys. I'm just going to set these blocks aside for now. And from here, we're just going to shift. Oh, no, I forgot something. This is how my live classes go. I am not perfect. So we're going to add in some hip flexor strengthening here. So pull the spine nice and tall, roll the shoulders up and down. And then we're going to lift that right leg off the mat. If you can only lift it a couple inches, that's okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. You're going to really feel that in your quad as well. I do anyways. I know some people, they just like lift it up all the way and I'm like, how? All right, next side, lift that left heel off the mat. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Maybe you need to take a second here to massage the quad muscles on your legs. That's okay. That's a really challenging move for me. So if it is for you too, if you're shaking a lot, it's okay. You don't need to compare your practice to somebody who's really strong and flexible. I am really strong, but I'm not really flexible. We're going to shift on to our knees, and stand up nice and tall on the knees. Oh, for fuck's sake, I got cat hair like in my nose. Hands on the hips for now, and we're going to extend the right leg out straight beside us. Your toes can either be facing a kind of an angle, or if you like, you can turn the toes fully to the back of your mat. It's up to you. Inhale the hands to the sky. Exhale, bending sideways over that leg. Take your gaze up. And we're going to release, bringing the left hand to the mat, extending the right arm, reaching the fingers away from the toes. And release, lifting back up. We're going to take that to the other side really quickly. So straightening the left leg out beside you, lifting back up. Inhale the hands to the sky. Exhale, bend sideways over the left leg. A lot of really deep, intentional stretching today. And we'll add in some strength as well. Releasing the right hand to the mat beside you, extending the left fingers away from the toes. Nice big stretch. Really try to find length in the spine. Beautiful. And we're gonna release, turning towards the short part of our mat, coming first through tabletop, and then tucking the toes, lifting the hips to the sky, coming into your first downward facing dog of today's flow. Taking whatever movement you need here, maybe pedaling out the feet, maybe rocking up onto the tiptoes. Just feeling it out, finding what you need. Maybe you still have some tension in your neck and you want to nod your head yes, or shake it no. As long as your head is nice and relaxed in between your biceps, your gaze is on your knees. If you have too much tension in those hamstrings, give yourself a generous bend in the knees and just really think about pushing the floor away from you, lengthening the spine. And we'll get into our flow here. Inhale the left leg to the sky. Exhale, bend that leg, open up that hip. Pause here for breath. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring that left foot in between the hands, lower that right knee, untuck the toes, meeting in a low lunge. Option to use your blocks and place them on underneath your hands on the shoulders, just for some more support. And just really think about pressing into the hips, tucking that tailbone. Again, gaze nice and relaxed on the floor. And we'll put our weight into that right hand and extend the left arm to the sky. Nice little lunge twist. Releasing that left hand to your block or the floor. And then we're going to extend the right arm and reach it over towards the left. Beautiful. Release, come back to your low lunge. We're going to tuck those right toes and lift the right knee off the mat, maybe setting those blocks aside, maybe taking a second here to adjust that back foot up a little bit, and then rising up for a high lunge. Nice bend in that left leg, pressing that knee outwards. Shoulders are relaxed down away from the ears. And we're going to bring the arms to a T and then twist to take your gaze over that left shoulder. Extra challenge, look behind you. Beautiful. Release back into your low lunge. And then from here, we'll transition into a warrior two, pivoting that back foot so that it's parallel with the back of your mat, and then extending the arms out to a T, reaching the fingers away from each other, finding length in the arms, keeping the shoulders above the hips. And we'll straighten that left leg, shift the torso forward, and then reach down with that left hand to hold on to the shin. Option to use the block inside the foot for extra support. Peeling that right shoulder back, extending the arm, gaze up, like you're a little bug squeezed in between two panes of glass. One more breath here. And on your exhale, releasing and reversing this pose, reaching that left arm up and back, resting right hand on the thigh. Beautiful. Release this pose. Step to the top of your mat, setting aside your block if you need to. Beautiful. And from here, we'll go into our first balancing pose. I'm just going to turn towards you. We'll move into our tree pose. So weight is going to be in that left foot. And then using the left toes as a kickstand, your knee is going to be facing out towards the front of your mat. Or maybe you want to pull that foot just on the calf muscle. Maybe you want to reach down and just place it above the knee. I'm not going to be able to do that on this side. And then either keeping your hands at a heart center or extending your arms to the sky. The closer you get to the top, the more challenging the pose is. Maybe you want to interlock your fingers, make yourself a little steeple, and really pull your shoulder blades together. And if you need an extra challenge, you can try closing your eyes. I'm not going to do that on this side because this is my bad balance side, but give it a shot. Good. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee forward and release the foot back to the mat. We're just going to take 1 second here to roll out onto the tops of our feet here. I don't know why, but my left foot always cramps on me every time I balance on that side. So it needs some love, okay? Inhale the hands to the sky. Exhale, cactus arms, lift the chest, lift the face. Inhale the hands to the sky. Exhale, interlock the fingers, turn the palms out. Inhale. Exhale, bending to one side. Inhaling back to center. And exhaling to the other side. And just keep going. We'll do a couple rounds of this. Noticing how the side body feels. We've already done a lot of side body work, so you should be feeling nice and open right now. Good little stretch. Beautiful. Come back to center. Release the hands. Roll the shoulders up and back. And we're just going to add in a little stretch here for the back. Placing the hands on the lower back. Roll shoulders up and back. Deep breath in and exhale. We're just going to lean back. If you have a sensitive lower back, maybe don't do this. Or just go a little ways. And then if you have a little bit more flexibility, just tip back as far as you can go. And release, come back up. We're going to bring the feet about as wide as your mat. Hands hanging loose and heavy beside the hips. And we'll just roll that spine out. Getting some big sways, letting the arms hang and sway. Doesn't matter if you feel silly, who cares? Not me. If somebody does, just flip them off on the way. It's Patreon, okay? I'm allowed to do stuff like that. And drawing smaller and smaller circles. Beautiful. Coming back to center. And then from here, inhale the hands to the sky. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Pause here for a couple breaths, maybe pedaling out the feet. And inhale, halfway lift. This time, usually we flow through this pretty fast, but we're going to hold this. Palms behind you, facing the sky. And just thinking about squeezing the core, gentle bend in the knees, but we're thinking about strengthening that posterior chain. And on your next exhale, releasing back into your fold. And plant the hands, bend the knees, step back through plank, and we'll go through our vinyasa, shifting forward, lowering down to the belly, and tuck the toes. Inhale, pressing into your cobra pose, pull those heels inwards. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift into downward facing dog. Option to take a quick break in child's pose if you need it. Just noticing how you feel here. Should be feeling pretty good. Hopefully. Then we'll take that flow to the other side. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open up that hip. Pause here. On your next exhale, step that right foot in between the hands, lower the left knee to the mat, untuck the toes. If you want to use your blocks underneath your hands, you're welcome to. Really sink into those hips. Weight is going to go into that left hand and extend the right arm to the sky. Nice lunge twist. And release. Right fingertips to the mat, extending the left arm to the sky and trying to reach it over to the right side. Beautiful release. Bring both hands back to the blocks or the mat. Pause here for a breath. Beautiful. We're going to shift those blocks out of the way for now. Tucking the left toes, lifting the left knee off the mat. Maybe taking a second to adjust that back foot forward and rising up to come into a lunge on the right side this time. Roll those shoulders up and back, down, away from the ears. Press that right knee out. And we'll bring the arms to a T, taking your gaze over the right shoulder for a twist. Ooh. Ooh, my balance on this side today is very interesting. Beautiful. Release that twist. Come back briefly into your lunge. And then we'll pivot that back foot so it's parallel with the back of your mat for Warrior Two. Drop those shoulders down. Reach the fingertips away. Taking a second here, notice the strength of your legs. Feel your feet pressing into the earth. And we'll straighten that front leg. Shift the torso forward. Reach that right arm down to the shin, maybe taking a block to support you on the inside of that foot. And peeling that left shoulder back, extending the arm, gaze up, triangle pose. Beautiful. One more breath here. And release. Reach that right arm back. Knees reverse triangle or reverse warrior, whatever it's called. I'm a professional. And release this pose. We'll step towards the front of our mat. I'm just going to turn to face you here. And we'll do our tree pose on the right side. So you might find if this is your dominant side, your balance is going to be better. So whatever you need, kickstand, knee is facing the back of your mat this time. Bringing that foot to the calf or reaching down, bringing it above the knee. Oh, I don't know if it's going to hold there. We're going to try. Hands to heart center or extending the arms up. Oh, no, it's not going to stay. Well, I tried, and that's what's important. And if this is your dominant side, maybe you want to try closing the eyes. Ooh. If you wobble, it's okay. Come back. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee forward, release your hands. And we'll take 1 second here to pedal out the feet, because why not? How often do you stretch the tops of your feet? Probably not very often. Beautiful. And we will go into, inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, bends the arms, lift the chest and face. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, interlock the fingers, turn the palms out. Inhale. Exhale, bend to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to the other side. Keep going, linking movement to breath. Come back to center, release your fingers, hands on the lower back. Option to skip this one. If you want to keep going on the palm tree movement, you're welcome to. Roll the shoulders up and down away from the ears. Deep breath in. Exhale, pressing the hips forward, lifting the chest and face to the sky, and then allowing yourself to be heavy. Maybe going a little further this time. But being aware, don't hurt your lower back. If you have any issues with your lower back, I'd rather you didn't do this. And release, come back up. Hips about as wide as the mat. Spinal rotations. And drawing slower, smaller circles. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Bringing the feet back under the hips. Inhale the hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Take a second here to feel the sensations, the result of that back bend. Forward fold is a beautiful counterpose to that. Pedal out the feet if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze forward, palms extended behind you, facing the sky. Pausing here for a couple breaths. Squeeze the core, pull that belly button to the spine. And exhale, release back into your fold. This time bending the knees, allowing your torso to rest on the thighs, maybe wrapping the hands around the knees, relaxing the neck. Sorry, my knuckles just went into my mouth. And release that nice gentle hug. Plant the hands. Stepping back, first through plank. Shift forward, lower yourself to the belly. Inhale for cobra. Exhale into a child's pose. Bring the knees wide, big toes to touch. Crawl those hands out in front of you. Bring the forehead to the mat. If you have any tension in your lower back, feel free to bring the knees together. Just know what you need and give yourself the love that your body deserves. Bringing the mind back to the breath. Noticing the inhales, filling your belly, feeling your belly press in between your thighs. No judgment, just noticing. Noticing the places you're connected to the earth, your palms, your forehead, your knees, your your feet. Feel the pressure. Feel supported. And we'll just briefly lift up and bring the right hand to the center, and then slide the left arm underneath, bringing the left shoulder and left face cheek to the mat. Nice gentle twist. If you want, you can keep your right hand exactly where it is, or you can use it underneath the shoulder and press deeper into that left shoulder, or take a bind, wrapping it around the lower back, reaching for the opposite thigh to really open up that right shoulder. If you've taken that bind, go ahead and release it, bringing that arm extended out in front of you. And we'll release, and we'll take that to the other side. So left hand at center, slide the right arm underneath, right shoulder and right cheek to the mat. And whatever you did on the other side, you can do on this side if it feels good for you. One more deep breath here. Releasing on the exhale. Now we're going to press up, coming into a tabletop position, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. And we're going to do some spinal waves. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chin, and we're going to lower the hips down to the heels. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin to the chest, rolling the shoulders back above the wrists. And you can move as slow as you need to, really enjoying the sensations, noticing where you're feeling it the most. If you like, you can also tuck your toes just to get a little extra foot stretch in there. Beautiful. Come back to neutral spine, untuck the toes. We're going to slide our right knee up to the right palm, making a nice 7 with the leg, shifting that left leg back behind you. Untuck the toes, coming into a pigeon here. We'll stay up nice and high, trying to keep your weight nice and center here. If you need to, you can take a block or a pillow and just put it underneath that right hip for extra support. And on your next exhale, lower down to the elbows. Option to also use those blocks again underneath the shoulders, the elbows for more support. I know you're probably starting to feel pretty uncomfortable, but use that breath. Inhale, think about creating space, like almost like there's a balloon in the area you're feeling tension. It's creating space as you inhale, and as you exhale, the balloon deflates and it releases the tension. A couple more breaths. If you're on your forehead or your elbows, come back up to the hands. And we're going to shift back into that tabletop position. Extend the right leg out behind you, tuck the toes, and press into the ball of the foot. Just trying to let go of the tension that we just created there. Good. Come back to the tabletop position. Slide the left leg forward. Shift the right leg back, making a nice 7 with that left leg. Oh, sorry about all the squeaky noises. I don't usually use this mat. Staying up nice and high. Again, if you need something underneath this hip for extra support, go ahead and use it. And lowering all the way down to the elbows or the forehead. Couple more deep breaths here. When you're ready, lifting off your forehead or your elbows to come back to the palms, tucking the right toes and just shifting to come back into that tabletop position. Extend that left leg behind you, tucking the left toes and just pressing, rocking back and forth. Beautiful. And we will shift, either swinging the legs out in front of you or crossing the ankles and rolling over the legs. Come first onto the glutes and then rolling all the way onto the spine, nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time, until you come onto the back. Pull the knees up to the chest, give yourself a hug, maybe rocking side to side if it feels good for you. Noticing how the back feels. And staying here if this is enough for you, or bringing the knees open, reaching the hands in between the legs to hold onto the shins, the outside edges of your feet, or the two big toes with your peace fingers. And we're just going to keep the heels nice and close to the ground for now, just noticing the sensations you're feeling there. Nice little thigh stretch. And when you're ready, fully extending the heels to the sky. And again, if it feels good for you, rocking side to side. Feel free to close your eyes and just enjoy the sensations. One more deep breath here. And exhale, release the feet. Reach the toes away from the fingers. I'm just gonna shift my blocks out of the way. Nice big stretch. Okay, we're gonna do one more stretch before we get to our Shavasana here. Extending the arms, interlocking the fingers to make your little steeple, and bring the heels all the way over to the right edge of your mat, maybe crossing the left ankle above the right ankle, and then pointing your fingers over to the right as well for a supine banana. This can be intense if you have tight shoulders. Just if you need to make an adjustment and shift back a little bit, that's okay. Good, release. Come back through center, all the way to the left. Crossing the right ankle above the left, reaching the fingers over to the left side. One more breath here. And release. Come back to center on the exhale. Make yourself comfortable if you want to put a pillow under your knees or under your head. If you need a blanket, and you can place your hands down beside your hips or rest them on the belly. Bring the heels wide, allow the toes to point out. And bringing your mind back to your body, noticing how you feel now compared to how you felt at the beginning of class. Just noting the sensations. Where are you feeling them? Can you give those sensations a name? Bringing the attention to the muscles in your forehead, around the eyes. Noticing if you're squeezing your eyes shut. And just take a second to relax those muscles, allow them to soften. Noticing if you're clenching your jaw, allowing it to relax, allowing your tongue to sit at the bottom of your mouth, maybe giving yourself some space in between your teeth. Bringing your attention to your shoulders, making sure they're relaxed down away from the ears. Allow your shoulders to be heavy. Allow your arms to be heavy. Softening the muscles in your abdomen. Allowing your glutes and your quads to melt into the mat. Relaxing the calf muscles. Feeling the pressure of your heels in the mat. And softening the arches of your feet. And finally, bringing your attention to your breath, deepening the inhales and extending the exhales. And taking this couple minutes of quiet to soak up all the work you did, staying present, appreciating your body, giving yourself gratitude for showing up today. Keeping the eyes closed, we'll just bend the knees, pull the heels towards the glutes, roll over onto one side, extending an arm to use as a pillow. We'll stay here for a couple more breaths, but bringing the attention back to the present moment, noticing sounds inside the room or sounds outside the room. Noticing the temperature of the air on your skin. Noticing the pressure of your body against the earth. And then wiggling the fingers and the toes. And gently blinking the eyes open. And taking your time to press up into a comfortable seat. I'm just going to use a block for extra support. Amazing work. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know what you thought of this video. What was your favorite pose? How do you feel? And I'm gonna try my best to film another video for you guys this month, but I don't know. All right, if you're not following me over on my YouTube channel, I don't know what you're doing here, but go over there, go and subscribe. I'd love to have you in my little dojo. I'd love to have you here. Someday I'm gonna have more content for you guys on here when I'm not working like 3 or 4 jobs and trying to do everything all at once. So thank you so much for joining me. Go drink some water, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be well. Os.